Hi, this is Andy from the Car Boutique, and today's little mini demo is how I do my upholstery and my car mat. So we've taken this car mat out just to make it easier for me, but you can see very dirty, loads of dirt impregnated into the car mat, and this sort of what I'm going to do now can be applied to doing your upholstery in your car. Obviously slight restrictions in terms of space, and I'll sort of while I'm doing the video give you a few ideas as to how you can get around the sort of lack of access to certain areas. Okay, so first stage we're going to do, obviously, is lots of dirt, etc. We're going to hoover the majority of this off. All right, so that's our starting point. So that's for the majority of the bits out of it. Obviously you can take this up, tap it down, and you'll spend a lot more time, you know, really thoroughly getting all the obvious bits of dirt out, etc. So that's sort of step one. Now step two, I'm going to be using a dedicated upholstery cleaner, which is the Angel Wax Absolution, but I'll be honest with you, a diluted APC is just as, if not equally as good at it. Okay, now the one I usually use is by the clay cloth company. Their APC, their all-purpose cleaner, diluted down, but I've run out, so I'm going to probably pop around and get some more today when I pick up some stuff. In fact, no, I won't. I'll have to wait until I'm out of isolation. Bummer. Okay, never mind. So I'm going to be using this one with a bit of spray water as well. I'm going to be using one of these as well. Okay, these sort of a brush attachments to a power sort of drill. Now a top tip on this, if you just go at it dry, it's going to be very sort of clingy. So what I do is I'll preload my brush, as well as obviously spraying large amounts of sort of water and this chemical over the mat, because the wetter you can get it, the better this works. But if you haven't got that, okay, you can just use one of these. All right, this one's from Alien Magic. Okay, so spray your product, whatever that is, APC or a dedicated upholstery cleaner, and go at it. The power sort of tool just makes it a bit quicker. Okay, so I've preloaded my brush. All right, I'm just going to put a fine mist of water. So this is just because that upholstery cleaner by Angel Wax is quite strong, and I'm not worried about dilution. So the wetter you can get this, in my eyes, the better. Because the water and the chemical is the delivery vehicle for taking all the dirt away. And I'm going to be using a wax machine as a liquid extractor. But if you don't have that, you can use one of these after you've sort of agitated it, take it off. But my concern with this is you're sort of forcing it a bit out. You're not really removing the chemical with all the dirt. So if you've got an extractor or wet dry wax, that's probably best, like I say. This is quite a dirty one, so get it nice and wet. The extractor or the wet dry wax will remove most of the water, and you just leave it out for a little bit of time. So that's nicely loaded with chemicals and some water, and then we're just going to spend a bit of time with the drill attachment. Amazingly satisfying, this. I'd say if you do find it gets a bit clingy, just put some more product down. So you can't really go wrong with this. You spend a lot of time getting this really. Don't have to apply much pressure. The brushes do most of the work. Top tip when you're doing this, don't just go in one direction, okay, because you'll find the actual fibres will naturally got a direction they like to travel in, so go against the sort of the grain and sort of really give the brushes an opportunity to agitate the dirt, okay. I say you'll spend a lot more time doing that. So the next stage is obviously if you don't have any kind of extraction machine, you're just going to sort of wipe it down constantly, putting this in a bowl of water, okay, to get rid of the dirt, come back and get it, but it's a bit limited. I prefer to use a vacuum machine. I'm lucky enough to have one, so I'll fire it up. Now if at this point it's still dirty, you can repeat the process, but what I find sometimes is as you've agitated with the brush, you get lots of the sort of the dirt coming up. You're well within your rights, okay, to give it another hoover, apply some more product, and do it again. Just keep doing it. And the beauty of using the brush is really sucking out that dirt. So sometimes you do have to go at it twice, but I'm quite happy with that. Now this is still slightly damp, so I'm going to leave it out, but what I'm going to do now while it's drying is use some air freshener. Okay, this one's the Alien Magic New Car, probably one of my favourite air fresheners at the moment. I'm always in pursuit for that new car smell, and I think Alien Magic nailed it with this one. Okay, and just apply a nice liberal amount. And then as you can see, all the dirt has gone.